Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another monthly favorites. We are into April. I literally am mind boggled by that. This year is going by so fast. Hopefully it'll slow down a little bit now that we're like done traveling for a little bit, but it's been crazy and I cannot believe it's April. But I have a bunch of good favorites this month. I have some old stuff, a lot of new stuff. As you guys know, last month was the Ulta Beauty sale, so I have a bunch of stuff from that I truly love. So I figured I would share all my favorites with you guys. Yeah, let's just hop right in. I have a bunch of beauty, so let's start right there. Let's start with, I think something I've talked about before. I can't remember. I think I've talked about this before, but I can't remember. This is the Tanologist Face and Body Drops. These are self-tanning drops. This is the shade Dark. So basically what you do with these is you take your normal regular body lotion and you mix how many ever drops you want in there. It's just like a clear serum-y liquid. You mix it with your lotion, spread it all over your body, and you've got your own self-tanner. It's a little bit like self-adjusted, like you can customize it to whatever shade you want it to be or whatever. But I find the Dark is really nice on me. It's actually, I have a little bit of it left on my skin and I just think it looks like really natural and beautiful and I really enjoy using it. It just is a little bit easier than like a foam. I don't have to like exfoliate and shave and, you know, wait for it to dry, all that stuff, and like wait 8 hours. This doesn't, it has a little bit of a smell if I'm honest, but it's not horrible like a lot of fake tans are. And because you're just mixing with your lotion, I feel like I can do it on a more regular basis. You know what I mean? After I'm done with the shower, I can just pop some of these in my lotion and I've got my fake tan on and I'm ready to go. So I think it's really nice. I think they have one shade darker than this, but for me, dark is perfect. I've used medium before too, and I thought medium was great too. So yeah, these are great and I really enjoy them. You kind of see on the like cap where it's spilled over, we can see that it's a nice like brown. I don't know if you can be able to see that, but it's like a nice brownish. I think it has a little bit of a red tint into it for me, which is perfect because I have more of like a pinky red undertone to my skin. So maybe if you have more of an olive skin tone, this might not look the best on you, but this is really good and I really like it. The other kind of like skincare thing I've been loving this month is a vitamin C. I bought this vitamin C because Target was out of my normal vitamin C from Naturium, and I had seen so many things on this vitamin C that I decided to give it a try, and I've been loving it. This is the True Skin Vitamin C Facial Serum. I think they have a couple different, there we go. So they have a couple different like formulations. I think they have one with like retinol on it and stuff too. I prefer this plain one. It's really nice. I feel like it really is giving my skin a nice glow. It's helping with the hyperpigmentation. I'm not getting as much hyperpigmentation anymore either. It just feels really good on the skin. I love that it has the, you know, brown bottle to keep it nice and fresh. It's a really nice light color. It feels nice and hydrated on the skin. It works well with other serums and under my moisturizer and all that. So I have been loving this. I also think it's a great price point. I can't remember exactly how much I paid for it, but it definitely wasn't as expensive as a lot of vitamin C's out there. So that's great. So if you're in Target and you are looking for a vitamin C, this is a good one. All right, I think I've talked about this product before, but I want to talk about it again because I love it. This is especially now with like spring and summer coming up and you have more like off, like, you know, exposed shoulders and stuff like that and legs. This stuff is great. This is the Live Tinted Hugo. I have the shade Dawn. It is so beautiful. Okay, first of all, I've traveled with this so much that when I open the lid, a bunch like flies out. So let me grab them again a little bit. I'll show you what it looks like on the skin while I talk about it. But this stuff is gorgeous. It's like an oily consistency. I believe it has squalene in it. I can't remember exactly what it has in it, but it's kind of like an oily consistency. So I'll just take some, pop it on my skin, and then I take a big fluffy brush. This is just an e.l.f. kabuki brush, and just use that to kind of blend it into my skin. And I just think it looks, you can see there, it just looks so beautiful and gorgeous and natural. It doesn't have like too much of a tint to it, but it just gives you a beautiful hydrated glow to the skin that just looks so pretty. It's not shimmery or glittery. It just looks like beautiful and glowy when the light hits you. So I think it's gorgeous. I've been using it a ton whenever I have like a sleeveless top on. I keep putting it on because it's just so pretty and I'm obsessed with it. You can also use it on your face. I've used it on my face in the summer, like as a primer almost underneath foundations that are maybe a little bit more matte. It gives you a beautiful glow on the skin. It doesn't break me out. It's so, so gorgeous. So I love it for multiple purposes. You can also like mix it into your lotion if you want to like put some on your legs. I just think it's really nice and I'm obsessed with it. I think they have another shade, but I personally think Dawn is great. It's like a pinky tint. So for me, again, with that like reddish pink undertone, this looks the most natural for me. So really pretty and I love it. All right, one thing from the Ulta sale that I repurchased, and I forgot how much I loved it until I started using the last of it up so I could justify the repurchase, is the Nude Sticks Nudies Matte All Over Bronzer in the shade Bondi Bay. It's the bronzer I have on my face today, and I just think it looks so natural and beautiful and gorgeous. It's the perfect shade for my skin tone. It's like, it's a little bit warm, but not super warm. It's not super deep either. It's just the perfect bronzer shade for me personally, and I'm obsessed with it. I just swipe around my skin, blend it out with my fingers, and it looks gorgeous. It's so pretty. I know it says it's matte. I don't find this to be like super matte. It feels very natural looking on the skin. I wouldn't say it's like glowy either, but it just looks natural. So if you're looking for a really easy, natural looking bronzer, this is a great one. I know it's like a little bit on the pricier side, but I think I had my last one for way longer than I probably should have, and it lasts a really long time. So I really like this, and it is gorgeous. All right, a couple other face products I want to talk about. Let's talk about the Tarte Wands. So you have the Sculpt Tape, the blush tape, and the glow tape. I have the shades Soft Bronze, Cherry, and Rose Glow, I believe. You know what's weird is they all have slightly different packaging. I never noticed that. Like, the bronze shade has the shade name on the back. The blush shade says Double Duty Beauty, and the glow says nothing on it. It's very interesting. Hopefully you can see that. They're all like slightly different. Anyway, I love these. These are gorgeous. I'm glad I got all three because they work really well together. They're just so beautiful on the skin. The Cherry blush shade is a little intimidating, but it blends out so nicely, and it's going to be like the perfect blush shade for the summer. I know like last year that like Tomato Girl look was in. Honestly, that look is always in for me all the time. So it's perfect for that. If you're looking for that beautiful like sun-kissed, you got a little bit of sunburn on your cheeks and on your nose, this is a perfect shade for that. The bronzer again looks super natural. It is on the more glowy side, but for me, I like a glow, so that's cool with me. It just looks really pretty and it's super easy to blend out. And then the Glow Wand. This is gorgeous. This might be my favorite out of all three. I mean, I love all three. I don't think I could pick a favorite, to be honest, but this is so gorgeous. It's got such a bright, beautiful glow, but also looks natural all at the same time. And I'll put this on before I powder my face, and it will still look so glowy and beautiful after I powdered my face too. It's just gorgeous. The Rose Glow shade is perfect for my skin tone. Again, that kind of like pinky, peachy sort of shade is just beautiful. And like I said, the three of them work together really well, and I'm glad I got all three. I think if I run out of these, I would definitely repurchase. The other thing I like about the packaging is that it's got that open and shut feature. I talked about this a couple times. That's just, I know some other high-end ones have it, but that's just genius for these kind of products. So that's like the biggest problem with them, right? Is that they just leak everywhere, and it's just annoying. You feel like you're wasting product, it gets messy, and you don't want to reach for it and use it as much. But with that little open and shut valve, it's great. So these have been living in my everyday makeup bag, and I am obsessed with them. Another thing I got during the sale that I love, I've actually used it on my skin today, is the Mercier Tinted Moisturizer Light Revealer. I got the shade 1C0 Camo. This is gorgeous. So today I mixed it with my IT Cosmetics Nude Glow. They work great together. They look so pretty. Oh, it's snowing outside. Oh, hailing. All right, sorry about that. It started hailing outside and one of our cars is parked outside. I don't know if it's supposed to get worse or not, but it can be damaging, so I decided to take the car in. Anyway, let's get back to this light revealer. So yes, I mixed it with my It Cosmetics Nude Glow and it looked gorgeous. Obviously, I think it looks gorgeous. It works really well with that. I will say it doesn't work great under everything or over everything. I tried it over my CeraVe Tinted SPF. It does not work great with that. It just like pilled up and looked horrible. So that didn't work for me. But in general, I think it looks gorgeous. It looks really pretty on the skin and it just looks natural. I actually used it the other day on its own with a little bit of concealer and I just felt like my skin looked so beautiful and gorgeous and it just looked nice. And I love this. Again, it's been living in my everyday makeup bag. It's great primer, tinted sort of thing for any use you want. So I love this stuff and I've been getting a lot of use out of it. It is expensive, but it is gorgeous. The last thing from the sale I've been loving is actually the like glittery, not glittery, like the shimmery eyeshadow on my eyes today. And it's the It Cosmetics Superhero No Tug Eyeshadow Stick in Silk Armor. This is just so pretty. It's the perfect everyday eyeshadow. You just swipe it on, blend it out a little bit. I've given a couple of swatches before, but let me show you again. It's just so pretty. It's subtle, but it's got a little bit of glow. It looks so nice on its own. I put a little bit of like a pinky color in my crease to just give it a little bit more dimension, but really it's so pretty and it works so well. And I find that you have a little bit of time to blend it out, but once it sets down, it's not going anywhere. It doesn't crease, it doesn't budge, it doesn't go anywhere. It's so pretty and I'm obsessed with it. Again, another thing that's been living in my everyday makeup bag. And even if I'm just like going to the library with my toddler, I just want a little bit of shadow on my eyes, this is what I've been reaching for. It is gorgeous. Highly recommend this. All right, and then I have a couple like lifestyle things. First of all, a fashion thing. My purse. My husband got me this Coach purse for my birthday and I am obsessed with this. This is the Llama 23. It is so pretty. I love this like creamy sand color. It's gorgeous. It goes with everything. I've been wearing it with everything. If you saw my most recent what I wore this week video, I wore this with every outfit that week. I'm obsessed with it. I can't stop wearing it. It goes great with this outfit. I mean, it's just so pretty. I love the like structured handle, but I also love that it has a crossbody. It fits a ton of stuff in here. It's surprisingly spacious and I just love it. It's just the perfect everyday bag. I can fit a toddler water bottle in there if I need to. It's just so pretty and I am obsessed with it. So thank you, Matthew. I love my birthday gift. I really appreciate it. The other thing that we have been loving, and I don't have it with me because it's for my toddler. It's in his room. He's asleep. And that is his Tony. We got him a Tony for his birthday. And then the grandparents and aunts and uncles and stuff got him the little things that go on top of it. He is obsessed. He'll just go in there and turn it on. He already knows how to turn it on. He'll get his favorite figures out. He calls them by different names. And he loves his Tony. Matt's sister actually got him like a carrying case too, so when we go to travel, we're gonna bring it with us. And it is just great. He has all of his favorites there. There's a Cat in a Hat one, there's a Sam I Am, there's Mickey Mouse's, there's I think he's a Lion King one. There's all sorts of great ones. And then the little dog that comes with it initially has like all the nursery rhymes, like Wheel on the Bus and stuff like that. He loves that one. He stands there and sings it with them. And he just loves it. So if you are on the fence about getting your toddler a Tony, because it is a little bit more expensive, totally worth it. It's so good. We love it. That was like his one gift this year for his birthday was a Tony. And then like I said, everyone else got him like little figurines. And that worked out perfectly. It was a great gift. And now if someone doesn't know what to get him, they can get him a little Tony. They're not that expensive. The actual little figurines are pretty well priced. So I think it's going to be a good toy for years to come. I think I eventually want to get him the little headphones that go too because they collapse. So that way when we're traveling, it's all just in one carrying case. So we'll see. But he loves it. So definitely a huge win for our toddler this month. But that is it. Those are all my favorites from this month. I feel like I actually had a bunch. I feel like I got a lot of stuff because the Ulta sale happens in March. most of the time I get double points on my birthday, and I get all like the birthday stuff then too, so it's like the perfect time for me to have that sale. So I always stock up during that sale. But hopefully you guys enjoyed these favorites. If there's something you have been loving in the past month, let me know what it is. Leave me a comment down below. I'm always so curious about what you guys are loving too. Don't forget to subscribe. We'd love to have you join our little adventure family here. And yeah, I think that's it for this video. So I'll see you at my next adventure. Bye.